So essentially I've seen this design go around and around all over the Instagram and TikTok, and I want to show you guys exactly how to make something like this for your clothing brand. Now there's going to be three main things that we're going to be looking at while we design this, and I'm going to be using a tool that I haven't showed you guys before. So it's important that you guys watch this throughout the whole video so it makes sense for you later, as this design only comes together once it's complete, and as you're seeing it come together, it kind of drives you crazy because it doesn't look that good. Now, three main points I want you to look at while you watch this process is understanding highlights, texture, and no, I'm not talking about like a graphic texture, I'm talking about the texture of an image, and then lastly, obviously the distress texture, because there's an easier way of adding textures in Photoshop, and I've been wasting my time for so long. Now the setup for this document is going to be 3,300 by height to like 3.9. I want like extremely boxy. Make sure your resolution / DPI is set to 300. Turn on artboards just in case. The first thing we want to do is grab our image, and I went ahead and just use an input of this image as well as this text input, ensuring that I could use this image without being hit with anything regarding to copyright. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the pen tool and just cut out my image. Make sure you go ahead and press selection, press OK, and then use the masking / layer mask to create a mask on that. Convert this into a smart object and then create another mask. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and change the artboard color to a black, just so we can see what we're doing exactly. I'm gonna go in with the general brushes, and this time I'm gonna use a soft round brush. The blend mode is set to normal this time, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just clean up the bottom here. Next, I wanna go ahead and add in a new layer, set it to the bottom, and I'm just gonna go in with a soft brush again. This time set it to dissolve, select any color, and just start going to town. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and add in some text. Louis Vuitton. We need a script font of some sort. Ooh, I like this one right here. And the properties, I'm gonna go ahead and ensure that it is not capped. Let's set this color, this text to white. Convert my text to a smart object. Then I'm gonna go ahead and layer via copy for the bottom and for Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton. I'm just gonna warp it a bit. Next, I'm gonna go ahead into the blending options. I'm gonna get into the blending options of this blob that we kind of made, and I'm just gonna go into the gradient maps. Now, using gradient maps, I have a bunch on my website. It's called Map Pack 49. I also have a free version if you guys wanted to test that out. And essentially, it's just a bunch of gradients that you can use in your designs. Again, I made these about like 3 years ago, and they're still relevant to this day. That's a testament to a good product. Something that you never really have to change. I like this blend right here. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this up a bit. And then I'm gonna use the actual blend to adjust my look. And I'm gonna switch it to radial, so it's like a circle. Go into the blending options and adjust this. And basically you want 3 points, one dark, one midpoint, which is gonna be your transition, and then a highlight point. I'm gonna go ahead and add a layer on top of this gradient. And for this layer, I'm gonna go in with a white brush. This time it's gonna be the blend mode is gonna be set to normal. And my goal right now is to blend this picture into this gradient as much as possible. So I'm going in around her and just adding a halo of some sort. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add a layer on top of our image and then make a clipping mask. And on top of this, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a soft brush and just gently on the corners add a bit of a highlight. I want to round off a gradient a bit more, so I'm just going to go ahead and adjust it. There we go, that's a bit more rounded. I actually like that a bit more. For my text, I'm going to go ahead and select both parts or partitions. I'm going to go ahead and press Command G to group them, convert them into a smart object, and go to blending options. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and change the color to like a blue or even like a dark blue, sort of like here. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add in a drop shadow. So basically, the drop shadow is going to be 32, 24, and 29. Next, I'm going to go filter, blur, Gaussian blur. I'm going to set this layer to dissolve. Next, I'm going to go ahead and grab our text and just drop it underneath. Let's set the artboard back to white. And you can see the design start to come together. Once we do that, I'm going to go ahead and delete this levels. I just don't like the contrast it's bringing. I did like the sort of like intense highlight here. Next, I want you to add in a new layer, and I want you to go in with, again, a soft round brush. This time for the flow, I'm going to set it to around 60. Next, I'm going to go ahead and group all this. I'm going to set it back to black just so we can see what we're doing. Again, set it to dissolve. The reason why I added this last mask and set the brush to dissolve is just to clean it up a bit more. Lastly, I'm going to make a duplicate of that whole grouped layer, convert this one into a smart object, and then I'm going to go into filter, and I'm going to go into camera raw filter. This is where we add our magic. So if you go to effects, I'm pretty sure, where is it? If you go to details, you have noise reduction. And if you turn this all the way up, it basically smooths out everything. I'm going to drop down the texture all the way to 0 as well. And then I'm going to bring up this exposure a lot. And I'm going to bring up these highlights like crazy. So these are going to be my settings for the light. So plus 40 on exposure, plus 100 on highlights, -2 onto shadows, plus 48 onto white. Press OK. There we go. Now, if we put this on a white background, it blends really nicely. And we're adding in a new mask. I have a new asset. It's the new Grunge Texture Brushes, and it's for Photoshop and also Procreate. I mainly built this for Procreate because it's so hard to get textures in Procreate. So I wanted to just build something that made it a lot easier. A brush perfect for Procreate. But then I was like, this would be perfect for Photoshop too. And essentially all you're doing is you have a bunch of black brushes that you can use to make any sort of texture on your graphic without having to go through the hassle of finding the texture, getting the blend mode, filling it with black, you know, that whole process is just long. I'm gonna go ahead and use Grunge Texture 3. Let's go ahead and make this transparent. And let's go ahead and group this. I'm gonna go ahead and add in a new artboard. I really like this distressed shirt. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn it into a mock-up. So I can go ahead and download the AVF file, drag it into Photoshop, and it allows me to convert it into a JPEG, scale it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out. So once that's cut out, I'm gonna go ahead and just use a combination of the patch tool and also the stamp tool, clone stamp tool, to remove any of branding / logos on here. To use the clone stamp tool, all you have to do is hold Option, find a source. So this area is going to be my source, and you're basically using that area to source and remove, or clone that area and remove the text. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in with a gradient map. Now with this gradient map, I'm going to go ahead and set the shadows to like a gray, something around here. Highlight's going to be white around here. Set this to black. Make sure that your gradient map is clipped on. Again, I was just using gradients to change the mockup. So essentially, your left is going to be your shadows, your right is going to be your highlights, and you just have to find a perfect blend. And if you want your shadows to look a bit more realistic, just go ahead and add in a new node and set it to black. And then that allows your shadows to look a bit more realistic, as you can see here. But I don't mind to look like a crispy white tee, so I'm removing all blacks and just having grays as shadows. From here, I can go ahead and grab our design, paste it onto a new artboard. Perfect. Bam, you have a design and mockup done. Essentially very easy. I've seen this design go really ham on Instagram and Twitter. So I just want to show you guys exactly how to make something similar. Integrating this with a different motif would make the design a lot better. Now, if you're going to print, obviously I would go with DTG for this. And instead of removing the shadows, when I'm showing you guys how to remove shadows, I would remove highlights. Now, if you guys want me to show you how to remove highlights, I'll show you real quick. Just add in a new layer, go here, go to select, color range. This time you want to go to highlights, make sure it's within this range so you're getting every single highlight. And then you would fill this layer in with a black. And now if I put on a black background, you can see the highlights have been deleted. Why the highlights have been deleted is because we'll be printing on a white shirt. And if you print on a white shirt, everything just blends a lot better. Now, overall, I'll give this design a solid 6 out of 10. It's not my favorite design, but again, that's it. I love you. See you later. Peace.